Hi, everybody. How you doing? I'm a little late. I apologize. Tatiana and I were just kind of hanging out, talking. Next thing I look at, it's 8:36. I'm supposed to start at like 8:30. So I feel really bright today. That's good. Is that okay?
Oh, you want it to stay on?
I don't know. Does it look that bad? I don't know. Maybe I look a little flushed. I don't know. But I feel like we should have it look inside like it will be outside today because it's so bright today. We're already getting into sunshine. And yesterday that process took a little longer than I expected. But the afternoon was still really mild. It was breezy. And it played out pretty much the way we thought it was going to temperature-wise. A lot of 76s and 77s. And today, waking up this morning, we had clouds again. And the process to get to the sunshine is already happening. You can see it on the Huntsville camera. I'm pointing to the camera that's on my screen, the one you can see. And even though there's a little cloud there now, but let me go ahead. Let me show you what I'm talking about. There's some sun in the shoals. But my point is that as this cloud cover builded back into the area overnight, we're going to get rid of it faster today. We'll have plenty of sunshine. And even though we're waking up to some very mild temperatures in the 60s, it's hard to believe that a cold front is going through the area as we speak. This is not the same kind of cold front that moved through last Sunday that significantly dropped the temperatures, increased the winds, and brought some flurries on Monday. And it was really cold for about a day and a half, right? This front doesn't have that kind of cold with it. It will eventually cool off tonight, but the cooler air behind the front lags behind a little bit. So the day today will still top out around 70. And then tonight we drop back to around 40, nothing too terribly cold. And then we rebound Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's mild again. So that cold spell or that cold snap that we had last week on Sunday night, Monday, and Monday night into Tuesday, that's like thing of the past. And we know we're going to get cold again eventually, but when you look at the 10-day forecast, there's nothing in the way of really cold air. I think you have to go almost like long-term forecast. You have to look beyond Thanksgiving, like towards the end of the month into December where we get our next little shot of colder air. And it doesn't even look like that sticks around for very long. So I talked earlier in the month how it looked like the end of November was going to be above average temperature-wise. And now we're at November 16th, which is the middle of the month, transitioning to the end of the month. And the 10-day forecast, which goes out to the 26th, has nothing in the way of anything really terribly cold. Certainly not cold this morning. 60s galore and very mild. We're actually warmer this morning than we were yesterday morning at this time, but the overall high temperature will not be as warm in the afternoon. Winds have turned northwesterly. See the little triangles pointing this way? That means the wind's coming from the northwest. What does that mean? It means that the fronts pass through, except in Fort Payne, where it's still out of the southwest. The front, as it moves through, the winds behind it go from south to north, and that's how I know the front's passing by. And it was actually moving across the Tennessee Valley right when we were on air this morning. So some winds today with the frontal passage, not as strong as they were yesterday, but a different direction. They're out of the north, tugging down that cooler air eventually, and the winds gust up to about 15, 20 miles an hour. So picture perfect stuff today, maybe not 76, 77, or 78 like some of the high temperatures we had yesterday, but 69, 70, and 71 look good. And what's weird is your high temperature will likely be around noon, and then the temperature will drop a degree or two in the afternoon. It's a subtle thing, but just because the cooler air is eventually going to get here and bring temperatures back to around 40 tonight. Normally, a 40-degree night in November is not like earth-shattering crazy, but it's going to be the coldest morning we've had in the last 4. So a little bit of a change when you wake up Monday morning, but we'll shake off that chill. We'll get back to the 60s and looks good. Tuesday's even better. And Wednesday, a slight chance of a shower in the morning, but otherwise dry. Your higher chance or the best chance or whatever you want to call it, chance of rain. Hang on a second, everybody. I'm messing everything up. There we go. 10-day forecast. I popped it up so you can see it a little bit better. The highest chance of rain on that 10-day will be Thursday night into Friday. Temperatures in the 70s. A lot of you have been asking me if there'll be severe weather. At this time, it does not look like severe weather. It just looks like some rain. And then as we go into the weekend, where that front gets stuck will play a big part in exactly how it all plays out temperature-wise. Hang on a second. There we go. So I talked about this yesterday. I said I needed one more day to figure out next Saturday and Sunday. That's what I said on Weather Extra yesterday. And what happens is the front comes through Thursday, Friday, and then it, boom, brings rain. Then that front doesn't really want to move. It just gets stuck. So if it gets stuck to our north, we'll stay warm. If it gets stuck to our south, we stay cool. If it stays stuck right near us, we keep showers. So I like keeping the showers in for next Saturday, Sunday, and even Monday and Tuesday. It could be a prolonged period of those like hit or miss showers for like 4 days. But I've kept us on technically the mild side, because with clouds, 60s is technically on the mild side. So that's my thinking. I'm sticking to it. But it could play out Thursday night through like next Tuesday. Has a chance of rain almost each and every day. But Thursday night into Friday look like the highest concentration of more widespread rain, if that helps. But the one thing you see on the 10-day forecast, or you don't see technically, is no real cold air. It's just at or above average temperatures really for the next 10 days. And the overnight lows aren't even cold, especially once you get into Thursday night into the weekend. Because if you have a lot of cloud cover, right, the cloud cover during the day takes the sun away, and that can keep you a little bit cooler during the day. But the clouds at night, they act like a blanket. So what happens is your temperatures don't drop as much. So you have these, we call it diurnal temperatures, that are really, really close ranged. Whereas if you had clear skies, you could have a warm day and then you could really drop at night and you have this big spread in temperature daily. But when you have the clouds and the rain in the forecast, that tightens that up a little bit. So you can be like 65 by day, 55 at night, and it's not much of a difference. Anyway. Havoc in action tonight, 5 o'clock. Played a great game on Friday night, great atmosphere, and you will see yours truly. I've recorded the Havoc weather hit that airs between the first and second period. 48 also does a trivia question during the game as well. We're a big part of the Havoc, and I think that's fantastic. I love being a part of it. I love doing the weather hits for them. Though a lot of times in that rink, it just sounds like garble because you can't really hear what we're saying. You have to, like when we record it here, it have to be so pronounced in how you say things because otherwise it just sounds like googly gobble. But Havoc in action, always great to support the local teams. Got the soccer team, you got Huntsville, Havoc, Trash Pandas. It's something every season, really, which is great. Love the sports around here. So I'm not going to talk college football today because I know it didn't go so well for some of you yesterday. But hopefully it'll turn around next weekend. High school football games, still some local teams playing. I think Carl and Kate do a very good job, covering the local sports. High school football still in action. There's some local teams still in the playoff hunt, which is awesome. Your NFL games come on today, too. If you're a Titans fan, are you wanting them to win against the Texans or not? That's the big question. What's crazy is the Titans are blacked out, not in North Alabama unless you have Sunday ticket. If you want to see the game on, an affiliate, you got to go up into Tennessee. Sometimes once in 1 or 2 games every year they do that. They take North Alabama out of the Titans market and you can't see the game. So I'm going to try to find a place that has Sunday ticket, Sunday football NFL ticket. And I'm going to go check out the game there and watch them lose. That's my excitement for today. Right? Hey, Stan Barbie, good to see you, my friend. Good morning. I am fantastic, and I hope you're doing good too. Oh, no. Hang on a second. Not singing today. Have a blessed day. And the dog didn't work out, huh? Oh, it's all right. Stan Barbie, always good to see you. I know the weather extra. Vacation Valerie gave me she's like, Jeff, I come on for weather extra. It's not the same as coffee time was. It's definitely a little different. It's mainly just giving an update and calling it a day. But, yeah. But if you ever want to talk to me, Stan Barbie, you can always talk to me on my Facebook page, too, if you want to. It's all good. All good. Dave, what's up? Good morning, Jeff. I got 6 bags of leaves, 234 gallons. What? That's a lot of leaves, my friend. Are you raking that, or are you, taking the little blower thing out, doing that? Yeah, I'm lazy. I just take all the leaves. I try to put them in a big pile, and I just mow them. I don't know if that's really the right thing to do, but I heard that the leftover leaves are good for your soil. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not a gardener, but I read things online, so they have to be true. Isn't that how that works? Really beautiful weather, though. A lot of you, Michelle with 1L, Michelle and Paul went to go fishing yesterday. I haven't found out the scoop if they caught anything yet. A little breezy for some fishing. A lot of you telling me that you were looking to get a round of 18 in yesterday, and I'm sure the winds made it a little difficult, especially on those big open courses where you had wide open southwesterly winds. I mean, I guess it's great when you're trying to drive on a southwest wind and you get a little extra on your driver. But boy, those crosswinds when you're trying to shoot, that makes it harder than golf already is. But a lot of you asked me today would be the day. There's no like frost in the morning. It's not cold enough. Obviously, we're in the 60s, so no delays in the morning. And I would imagine that today, especially through about noon before a little breeze kicks in, ideal golfing conditions. I'm sure Eric Burke has probably thought at least once about playing today. I know he played yesterday. I'm pretty sure he played yesterday. But still can play golf around here this time of year. It's great. You know, maybe not on a soggy day like Friday, but the golf season is much longer here than it is at any other market I've ever worked in, whether it be New England, Wyoming, Illinois. But good golf day. And all my friends that go down to the community pickleball courts, Sandra Community Center. If you're going to go down there and play today, you should be good to go. Maybe just there'll be a little bit of a breeze like there always is, but should be good weather for some pickleball today. Certainly some good weather for pickleball tomorrow, too. Dave says, I used my Sears riding mower, Jeff, and with the leaf collector. Oh, nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. Dean says, that's where I'm headed now. Oh, you're going to play some golf? You know, I'm always amazed, first off, at how many people, when I start posting on Facebook at like 4 in the morning or 3:30 in the morning when I get here, I'm always amazed at how many people are on Facebook that time. And they write me personal messages and stuff, and they're like, hey, I'm looking to get 18 in today. What you got? Or I'm going hunting, or whatever the question is. I always respond back. I always will. Maybe not right away, but I certainly will get a response back as quick as I can. But yeah, I was amazed. I had like 10 this morning. Golf forecast, golf forecast, golf forecast. And I was just like, go for it. Have a good time, you know. But it's cool. It's a great way to start the day when you come in that early and you have a whole bunch of people already talking to you in the morning. It's fun. So I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Golf. I got you, buddy. I got you. Yeah, it's all good. That's the one thing about, like, I know, like, trying to play golf last Monday and 38 and flurries would have been a bit difficult with the wind, but golf season's so long extended here. Like, I remember last year, I think it was before we had that wintry precipitation, the week before that, if I remember correctly, in January, was quite toasty for January standards. And I remember driving up Pulaski Pike at the course there. I don't know the name of it. It's over by Oakwood. And it was packed. Like, people playing golf in January. Like, my friends up in Connecticut would play golf as a joke in the snow with, like, pink balls and try to hit them. But, like, here you can actually play golf in the winter. It's kind of cool. If I was good at golf, I'd play. Still tired from being in Tuscaloosa yesterday, but it's all good. Hey, you know, tough game. I mean, it was, you know, tough game. And I'm sure for Alabama fans it was a tough result. And but you know what, though? I will say this, though, is the SEC is a powerhouse. I mean, it really is. Like, I don't know. I love sports. But if I was a sports committee making a 12-team playoff, I would find a way to get as many SEC teams in as I can because they are truly the cream of the crop. You know. But I don't know. I might look at other teams that, you know, are maybe ranked in the top 5, and I'm like, you know, I don't know. You watch SEC football, it's a different animal. Every team in the SEC can win any week. This year especially with Vanderbilt having so much success. They're usually the one everyone steps on, but not this year. I still think Diego Pavia should get some Heisman candidates votes. Puts up some good numbers, man. All right, speaking of good numbers, those temperatures, if you like it warm, are good numbers. I am going to bust and move out of here. Jada is in tonight. She will have the very latest on the forecast, and I'm pretty sure Jada turns around and comes back on Monday morning. But I don't know. I don't look at the schedule because I'm off Monday and Tuesday, so I'm not sure. But I think she pulls a Sunday night, Monday morning thing going on. And if that's the case, you'll see a lot of Jada in the next 12 to 24 hours. But everybody have a fantastic, awesome Sunday. Enjoy, ride the wave of warmth. We got it for another week, another 10 days at least. Maybe we'll get some big changes maybe off that 10-day. But for now, above average temperatures. Have a good one, everyone.